Come on, Willemse. Get him! Get him! Yes! Wow! Rugby! The Rugby Championship finally got started with that most wonderful of test occasions. The Springboks versus the All Blacks in a heaving Mbombela Stadium. The All Blacks never seemed to get their engine started though, getting hammered by the Boks 26-10. They simply had no answer for the Boks tactically, spending most of the game in their half, trying to shout moves at each other over the ultra noisy crowd. Very not All Blacksy. Bowden and Savia still remember the good times when they used to hammer the Boks for fun. They played with no fear and did manage to cause some issues. On the other hand, some of Jordan and Bauer and De Groot, Tupaya, Takeaho and Vaihi had never even toured South Africa with a Super Rugby team. Never mind playing a test match against the Springboks in that stadium. No one thought about the poor children. And they got dunked on. The Springboks? Well, they played like they wanted the field to feel like a phone box for the New Zealanders. There was no space to breathe. Not in the air, not on the ground, and not in the set pieces. I think it was the best Springbok performance of the year so far. And now we get another match. Bowden and his kids get to experience Ellis Park this coming weekend. If they thought Mbombela was hostile, yeesh. None of us in Joburg actually want to live here. We're just too mean to get jobs in other cities. No one wants to hire us, which just makes us even meaner. Fuck those other cities. Oh yeah, another rugby match also happened this weekend. Argentina hosted the Aussies in their Rugby Championship opener. Los Pumas started pretty well, showing some great attacking flair and scoring some great tries. But the Aussies had someone very important to play for. A couple of days before the match, Michael Hooper, long-serving and pretty good captain of Australia, had to go home. His reason? Mental exhaustion. Hooper has played 121 test matches, and I think he's only missed 11 test matches since his debut in 2012. That's besides the, I think, almost 150 Super Rugby games he's played as well. This man sticks his head into rucks for a living, and he hits like a truck in defense. The sheer physical toll would have turned me into strawberry jam by now. He survived all that, but the mental effort of getting back up week after week has become a little too much, and he needed a break. In his absence, the Wallabies fought and attacked and took the Pumas to the cleaners in a 26-41 hammering, no doubt doing it for their captain. For next week, we'll have to see if the Pumas can improve their defense and their second half discipline. And for the Wallabies, let's see if Rob Valentini can be the ball carrier they need for more than one match at a time now. These little two-match tours are creating nice little stories, aren't they? I really like them. Hey, how about something a little different? It's Women's Day in South Africa and we all got the day off, and that's why I'm filming in the morning instead of spending time with my wife and daughter. Anyways, let's look at some major women's rugby tournaments around the world. The biggest one right now is the Six Nations. It's the same as the men's tournament, with Scotland, Ireland, Wales, Italy, England and France all taking part. The crowds are getting bigger, the teams are going pro, and the rugby is way more fast-paced and open than the men's game. Only thing is that England are usually the favourites to win it. There's a Women's Rugby World Cup as well. It's happening this year in October in New Zealand. And South Africa's playing there. New Zealand, Canada, Fiji, and even Papua New Guinea are represented. Also, England are the favourites to win it. Unfortunately, the Southern Hemisphere doesn't currently have a major international women's competition. Hopefully someone's looking into that. In domestic rugby, England, France, and New Zealand all have regular competitions that seem to have survived COVID. So that's good. The English and New Zealand competitions are watchable in South Africa. Unfortunately, the Saracens and the Crusaders are the best teams in those leagues as well. Will we never be free of their heels on our necks? South Africa has only recently taken the women's game a bit more seriously, with the 15s and 17s playing more regularly. I even saw some Women's Currie Cup matches on TV this year. I hope the women's game continues to grow, if only so that England can stop being the favourites to win everything. I thought we agreed on this years ago. England can invent the games. They are not allowed to be good at them. Finally, the news, just quick. Wouldn't you know it? A Bok team on a Tuesday, like a crisp towel after a hot shower. I'm kind of addicted to it now. Actually, it's 10 in the morning, so I have no idea who's in the team. But I can hazard a guess. Let's predict. Mark's back on the bench, Dwayne in the team for Visa, and Jesse Creel at 14 for Arendse. We'll see how it went later, shall we? And that was the brunch time rugby update for this week. I will see you all next week. And I'm having a braai for the Springbok game this weekend, so I'm very excited. Bye!